this is an absolute first for me in Men of War Assault Squad 2 with the invasion of Wake Island about to take place on the 11th of December, 1941. We get control of a Japanese aircraft carrier as part of the Rising Sun mod and also Sternfuhrer PK's mod for the invasion of Wake Island. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2, where today we're launching an attack on the island and invading with all of our forces here. We've got an aircraft carrier modeled in. That's very incredible looking for this game, as well as some Zeros and some Ki-45s. We even have Japanese loaded up inside their official carriers as well. The Daihatsu class landing crafts are about ready to go, and looks like we've got 5 here loaded up with Japanese troops that are ready to hit the beach at a moment's notice. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know you want to see more. A lot of people watch the videos but don't support. Remember, it is absolutely important to do that. YouTube is, well, suppressing World War II content left and right. All those poor educational channels that are just trying to teach somebody something, and all the animated channels getting bopped out by Susan. So make sure you fight back and help to spread this content around so we can see more World War II games and more about history. Again, the United States and Japan are pretty much already at war, if not already, as the Japanese have already launched their attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. So just a few days later here, we're going to drop bombs, and it looks like the Americans are very good at fighting and shooting us down. We've already taken out a enemy AA vehicle, though, and it looks like they've got some Maxim AA there as well. So we're going to continue to attack with the aircraft when we can. We got a little bit there on camera, but we're going to save those aircraft for later. They're going to be quite useful, I think, once we've taken out the AA. Obviously, the airfield is well defended, and that will be our target here today. If you're not familiar with the Battle of Wake Island, the Japanese invaded and took over a lot of important positions here, and basically took the island of the American defenders, and will capture the airfield very soon. That's what is so important with the island, is that it actually holds an airfield, which is very important for, I guess, the logistics or recon or just control of the area. 5 of these landing craft coming in now, loaded up with, I'm not sure exactly who is inside for the Japanese military. Might be, looks like a, SNLF, essentially Japanese, like, naval special forces, really. They're some tough Japanese soldiers. All right, we're going to go ahead and authorize the troops to land here if we can. Going to try to hit everyone on this side of the beach. We're going to work our way then towards the tail end of the island over here and clear it of American defenders, and then work our way back. Looks like they actually have some artillery gun, 152 millimeter 6-inch guns. All right, might be important for us to take those then, so that way they don't threaten other ships that might come in. We might get reinforcements. There could be a destroyer to swing by and bombard the island. There could be additional ships or landing craft to show up elsewhere. All right, the Japanese have been ordered to attack. Fantastic. Japanese infantry hitting the beach now, and we'll be attacking all the enemy forces there very shortly. Oh, very good. They're very skilled troops. All right. Very good. Yeah, I would imagine that they're really prepared at this time for invasion. The Japanese have been prepping for it for months. We'll leave our troops on open command. We'll let them attack while we support with aircraft. We'll let the AI take over in the attack. In the meantime, I'm going to try to run out with another Japanese Zero, an A6M Type Zero. And we're going to go over this way and see if we can hit those artillery guns. Now, flying an aircraft in Men of War Assault Squad is probably the least precise thing ever, but it is fun to be able to bomb a target. It's extremely inaccurate. It's difficult to do. You get shot down easily. It's really just janky and weird. But when it happens and when you happen to destroy something, it really feels good. We're going to drop a bomb there, see if it actually hits the target. And indeed it did. Pretty close, actually, to that enemy artillery. May have damaged that target. I'm not sure. We'll circle around then and see if we can hit some more targets to support the Japanese infantry as they make their push towards all sides of the beach. The map is off a little bit, so it looks like our troops are literally in the middle of the water here. Oh, and there we go. Our ship. Oh, boy, watch it. Oh, careful. Oh, we lost a ship there. Japanese aircraft coming right down into it. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Japanese are going to push down this way. Really, we don't need these aircraft at all. It seems like they're doing a very good job of clearing out the beach themselves. The Japanese are. They're already fighting towards the airfield. And I played this out before in games like the new update to Sudden Strike. Sudden Strike 4 had some Japanese missions to it, which I thought was quite cool. Looks like the real support is going to be needed at the airfield, where the enemy has some autocannons. So it's going to be quite important for us to skim by and see if we can drop some bombs on them. So it seems like the most important things to hit with these aircraft then are going to be the autocannons themselves, which are fighting quite ferociously. We got bombs ready to go. There we go. We got a few more ready to rock there. Excellent. Beautiful. They shot down another one of our aircraft, but this time we were able to clear out 2 of those automatic guns. So there and there was cleared out. All right, let's keep dropping these aircraft from the sky, I guess. 20 millimeters on this aircraft. I've never seen this before. I don't quite remember this. So let's go and see what we can do with an autocannon now. So the bombs were quite effective. Let's go ahead and try now with the autocannons. Oh, damn. It's like a C-130 firing the... Wow, that's incredible, the amount of firepower from this aircraft. Oh, it's like the GAU autocannon firing now. Okay, I can't quite hit any targets. This is a little bit more versatile than the Zero, which can barely take any hits. But let's try to swing over this way. Japanese have pretty much occupied this section and are pushing on the airfield. Gonna see if I can hit everything in the back. Well, looks like they're all just pretty much around the building. This would be a great co-op mission. I'm not sure if this would work in co-op, but it would be wonderful to have one player on the ground defense, or ground defense, and one on the aircraft, calling in multiple strikes and such. Very cool. All right, let's give him a gun run here. Trying to hit some of these American buildings. We're actually rearming now. If I let go of control of that aircraft, it should continue to circle, but unfortunately it looks like the enemy was able to shoot it down there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and finish off this gun down here. Let's take control of the infantry. They've done an incredible job. They're still pushing up on American positions here. Let's zoom in and watch some of the action. American, what is that, oh yeah, it's a, wait, oh wow, a 30 cal, M1917 there, firing. Japanese are closing in on the airfield now. Not too far away from claiming victory. The Japanese have done an incredible amount of damage here. Wow. The Special Forces here has done a great job at the airfield. They just captured this artillery gun as well. Very minimal losses to the Japanese, if any. Let's see here. Looks like we've lost a few soldiers from our own aircraft, but and a few on our attack of the airfield, but the Japanese are really clearing it out. Let's continue to provide air support from the Type 2 here. If you want to play this mission, this would be fantastic with the Zeros. To be able to know where all the targets are ahead of time. The Japanese obviously would have led some sort of recon mission or some sort of espionage to know where all the American heavy guns are. So you'd be able to come right in with the Zeros and drop bombs precisely on those targets, and then really wreak havoc on the airfield, which is really heavily defended with anti-aircraft guns. But once you're done there, oh, there goes another aircraft for us. Wow, these Japanese aircraft not very good at doing much of anything, really, except for the bombers, of course, to hit targets such as this. The Maxim times 4 AA. Essentially, it's 4 M2 Brownings that have been taped to like a gun that can swivel. So very good for shooting down aircraft, but absolutely devastating to infantry. All right, as we saw there, the objective of completing or capturing the airfield has been completed. There's still a few American stragglers around, so let's go ahead and attack them. The mission is not over. We still have to capture the other side of the airfield. This is a really fun, quick mission that you can really play a lot of different ways, maybe on an ultra-high difficulty and see if you can take it with minimal losses. Try to come in and just basically lose no planes, which seems to be impossible. The planes are kind of meant to just be like really just like a sacrificial grenade launcher that are just supposed to fly over the airfield and possibly get shot down. They can be shot with small machine guns and even small arms fire, so really they're not meant to last long at all. We're not talking about War Thunder here. Damn, what the hell was that? Whoa! Booby trap or American artillery that's standing by? There could be a gun out there supporting the Americans, and there it is. The Americans have their 152 millimeter. That might be it right there, which is bringing some pain on us. Okay, let's get the rest of the Japanese then across. We'll go ahead and secure the airfield. We have an incredible amount of men to attack this airfield with, so we'll go ahead and attack over here. There's another straggler there. We'll make sure he doesn't take back the position. But we've unleashed the power of the Emperor's army here. The Japanese will continue to push up this way towards what looks to be a barracks area, maybe supplies, repair, and then more supply depots till they get to the very end, which is looks like possibly where the commanders are or something along those lines. All right, let's take a look here at what we can do to clear the area. Well, the Americans were getting hit by this gun here. Very slow firing. Almost like a deck gun. There we go. Let's make sure we've damaged that thing so they can't use it again, just in case. All right, very good. And we'll continue our advance. Wow, good voice acting from the Red Rising Sun mod, rather. Really like the Japanese campaigns that are available, too, from other mod makers that use this mod. The Rising Sun mod really good, gives some good assets for Japanese voice acting, or maybe Korean, or I think, actually, I think it might use some other wars at the time. It might go into the Korean War, I'm not sure. I don't think it goes into Vietnam, but I think I've seen it in Korean mods before. But anyway, very good World War II mod. For the Pacific Theater, before really World War II began, early war stuff, and of course against China as well, like the Battle of Shanghai and things like that. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get in here. Looks like the last soldier is inside here, so it's a commander possibly. So I guess he's not going to go. He's not going to be captured alive, so we got him. All right, the Americans are about ready to fall. We're out of aircraft, but we are pretty much out of everything else. The troops down here have captured a very easy airfield, it seems to take. A very small island. More of like a statement from the Japanese that the Americans were not going to have the Pacific easily. They were going to attack at Pearl Harbor, attack and invade at Wake Island. The Japanese, of course, pushing into Alaska. One of the very few times that American soil has been invaded. Very interesting times. The beginning of World War II like that for the United States of 1941. The Philippines as well, being attacked and taken over, with MacArthur returning years later and letting everyone know that he would return, and then made his triumphant return, of course, to the Philippines many years later. Very historic moment of seeing him come ashore with his corncob pipe and just declaring the Battle of the Philippines to basically have been over. Seen a lot by people to be kind of like the battle for Poland, in terms of there was like underground resistance, and the Philippines were really kind of trying to organize, although against very brutal occupiers, the Japanese. It's not a lot that a lot of people talk about for that, but very interesting times for the Philippines. And of course, Japanese not truly surrendering until like the 70s. There were soldiers, I can't remember if they were in the Philippines or some other islands where they became trapped or separated from the main unit, and continued to fight into the 70s, shooting at people, gathering supplies, and stealing from people in town with their gun and such, and basically just trying to wreak havoc, but eventually surrendering after the emperor or some official had said that the war was basically over. All right, we've got some big explosions here of what I would assume to be, I actually don't know what that could have been, maybe a knee mortar from the Japanese. They might have that equipment with them. Very good piece of equipment. Did the enemy possibly shoot into the ground when they were trying to shoot their gun? That's it for American heavy defenses. Destroy all 6 coastal guns on the island. It's destroyed. The Americans then coming out to either surrender or to fight for their last position here. So the Japanese, very easy mission, it seems. I think even if I put this on a higher difficulty, once the airfield's taken, it's essentially just about taking out those guns. So I think this mission is not easy, but it is very tactical in terms of if you put it on the highest setting, you can fly out with your zeros and start hitting those coastal guns, staying away from the American defenses at the airfield. And then once you've done that, sacrifice the rest of your planes on those autocannons at the airfield, and then take the airfield, which will be your biggest battle with Japanese infantry, and then just a little bit of cleanup with the Americans once they're pretty much taken care of out here. Very small amount of defenders remaining. Seems like the Americans have, a machine gun position there. Oh, the Maxim's still ready to take. Well, also, I forgot this is not Rob's realism. I'm so used to, like, troops dying so easily. I was trying to think, like, why are we advancing so easily? Well, this is a whole different mod that's a little less realistic on the health, but still, obviously if you come up against a machine gun like that, you're going to lose a few men, but at least it's not insane. And there it goes there, 50 cal down. Beautiful. All right, just a few more defenders then. Not much the Japanese have to do left to take the entirety of Wake. But hey, we've got our aircraft carrier remaining somewhere around here somewhere. Where'd it go? It's out there somewhere. Well, I guess maybe it hightailed it out of here. I have no idea where that thing went. There it is. So we got our Japanese aircraft carrier here. It'd be cool if you could actually choose what aircraft you wanted to attack with. That'd be interesting. But all guns either captured or destroyed, and it seems like the occupiers all but surrendered, I guess. There we go. That's our last soldier to defeat. Capture Wake Island complete. So the objectives of capturing the airfield, destroying the 6 guns, and also capturing the entire island by eliminating the defenders, all complete. Under Japanese control now. Very cool. Very good mod for the Red Rising mod from Stormfury PK. I'll be back with some more mods of his for D-Day in terms of Company of Heroes. He does a lot of mods that bring other games into Men of War, such as Company of Heroes 2, Call of Duty, and more. So it's quite interesting to see. A great little map, very fun, a quick battle, very neat to see. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for leaving a like on the way out. I'll see you for more Men of War Assault Squad. I know a short one, but a good one from Stormfury PK. Again, check the description for links to more. And thanks for showing your support of Men of War. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Have a great weekend. This is absolutely incredible. The first mission of Men of War Assault Squad 2 that I can recall with a Japanese carrier. I've never seen this before, but this is the Battle of Wake Island taking place on the 11th of December, 1941. Japanese are invading American soil and are going to capture the island very soon. Our new mission is to capture Wake Island by using these aircraft on the aircraft carrier as well as the troops who've been launched from it. This is going to be amazing. If you haven't already, make sure you click, tap, destroy, blow up that like button because this is something I've never seen before, and it's quite nice detailed in this game. Very good looking indeed. All right, well, if you want to download it, check down below in the description. We'll get started by sending our troops off then to invade the island. If you're not familiar, U.S. forces then are basically occupying this field, this island with a small airfield on it, and we'll be capturing several buildings and such in order to claim victory for the Japanese. So let's get launching our attack right away, and we'll see what we can do against the enemy defenders shortly. Wow, there's even Japanese landing craft. That's amazing. Very nicely done mod by the Rising Sun folks, and as well as Stormfury PK. So there's where those mods and assets come from. Very talented. We can launch our aircraft now. We have it Japanese Model 0 and also the KI-48 Type 2s. So we've got a few of those ready to go. We're going to send out our troops first and see if we can start getting close to the beach to find out where the real resistance is. I don't know how resilient aircraft are, so let's go ahead and launch our attack right now on the United States. Again, this is a few days after the attack on Pearl Harbor, so Japan and the United States are pretty much... Japan and the United States are pretty much at war.